Manchester United 2, Leeds United 2, disappointing draw. But we could have lost, man. We could have lost and we didn't, so we showed fight. How do you sum it up?
It's a bittersweet one for X. I mean, I think if you ask the majority of United fans, they'd probably agree with you, agree with the majority of us. I think before the subs come on, before our first goal, we look poor. Obviously, a lot of the things you might have said before the game, lack of Casemiro, lack of a clear replacement for him in midfield, Rashford on the right, Weghorst playing, Dalot coming in as his first game. I mean, these players have been playing in these positions and playing this way in other games and we've been winning. So you kind of look past it. But after that first game, goal went in so early, I think we were shell-shocked. I think you kind of exaggerated all those problems a lot more. But, I mean, as soon as we scored that first goal, those subs come on, changed the game. 2-2, I think United, to be fair, Old Trafford was bouncing all game. I mean, but I think everybody felt it. It was ours to win. You kind of ignored everything that happened for the rest of the 60 minutes beforehand. And I felt that winning coming. We had the chances, but
the Varane one, innit? The header at 2-2.
The Rashford miss. There was a few in the box. It felt like it was going to happen, but to be fair, the spirit that the boys showed at the end, and you can tell they were disappointed walking off as well. And I think for me, that was more important because I know that Ten Hag will get the boys together, give them a good, talking to, and I think they'll be ready for Sunday. We'll be back for sure.
Interesting that he thinks, we'll bounce back from that. Ten Hag will get into them because there would have been things that he didn't like. Obviously, not concentrating in like minute 1 of a football match and not concentrating in like the 3rd or 4th minute in the second half. That's what killed us today.
You can tell like it was Dalot's first game back in a while. He was just off the ball, like he was just passing to Varane. He'd go back to De Gea. He'd go back to Dalot. It's just like in my first game here, and it was just like I've generally thought it'd be a United comeback for the time, from like previous years and stuff. But we were off the ball from minute 1, coming second half off the ball again. But I think we could have, and we should have. I think we could have nicked it. Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people have criticised our midfield today. I say
criticised on that midfield, man. Fred, he has to go. I'm sorry, man. Fred is awful. Like Sabitzer, you could tell he's not used to that intensity right now, and he felt it in this game because Leeds were onto him in the mid. In the mid, there's no one there. They pick it up from defence, give it into mid, and they go not to or Bamford be in straight away. So I think Fred played awful, and Sabitzer needs to get used to the intensity of this league first. Definitely.
How big of a problem was that the midfield was, with no Eriksen in there, no Casemiro in there? Even if you want a McTominay in there for a bit of legs in this type of game, I know right now he hasn't been the flavour, but I'm just saying options. No, basically, there was none, and he had to go with Fred and Sabitzer. How much did that hinder the game or hurt us?
I mean, like you said, injuries are part of the game. It's not really something you can kind of control. Obviously, Casemiro is such a big profile and he's so important to everything we do. I think a lot of people might have, before this game, thought it's Leeds, it's at home, they've lost their manager, we might be able to get away with it. We've got the quality Fred's done it before, but it's just what he gives to us as a team. Everything that Eric's trying to do with these boys is all coming through him, and we kind of saw that straight away today. But I mean, you look at his options off the bench, he hasn't got anything. I think Ten Hag, Eric did the best he could with what he had.
Exactly. And you said the subs changed the game, didn't they? They impacted the game.
I think they definitely impacted the game. I think even Anthony, you could tell, like, coming on that different dynamic, a left-footed kind of winger. Obviously, a lot of fans sometimes say when he's starting a game, he's a bit too one-dimensional, but I think having that different kind of option off the bench might have helped. But yeah, no, definitely. It was a massive miss, and it just highlights kind of how important Casemiro is for us, I guess.
He's a massive miss, and we're going to have to be without him for 2 more games as well. Going to Ellen Road again without him.
It's going to be tough. They're going to be on it. Like I heard you saying earlier, like, going to Ellen Road, not the easiest place to go, even without a manager, or if they get a new manager in, it's going to be tough, especially they're going to go off this game thinking they could have won it, they should have won it, they were 2-0 up. So they're going to be on the front foot again. But I think Eric, he's going to instill in the boy, like, you can't start off like that again.
Absolutely.
And like he said in the Crystal Palace press conference, he's going to make sure we win them because we dropped 2 points at Palace as well. So he's going to make sure that don't happen again.
Are these the little reminders that we're still not quite there yet? Of course, we're obviously really excited as fans about what's going to be in the future.
Yeah.
But every so often, like even if we've won games, there's still been reminders within the game that we're still not there, even though we found a way to win. Was today another little reminder? Like I said, little bits of concentration, little things that cost us.
Yeah, it all comes down to perspective. It's kind of measuring kind of what we're actually aiming to do and what our intentions are. Of course, is when you're winning games, it's understandable to get greedy. I mean, we're United. We are Manchester United at the end of the day. So seeing where we are at the moment and how we're performing and what Eric's trying to do with this club again is where we want to be, and it's a feeling that it's kind of been known to us. It's been a while since we felt it, but I mean, it's kind of hard. It's kind of a natural feeling to want to be back there, but of course, like you said, you have to be realistic. And I think Eric, to be fair, is good with that. You know, he makes it very clear in his press conferences that this is a project. He said yesterday, this is a long-term project. He's here for the long term. I think the players have installed in that, and the fans are there for it as well. And you know what? I think we have to go game by game. We have to keep progressing. For me, what's most important is seeing the progression, seeing where the end goal is, and seeing that, you know, the whole club is moving in the right direction.
Just really quickly, Jadon Sancho comes off the bench. Says us a point. Rescues a point for us. Could have got an assist from Fred. You know, he's laying on balls for people. Just looks sharp, and a fantastic moment for him, at least, from that long road back to coming on and saving the game.
Especially when you can see when he scored as well, that smile on his face. Like he's happy to be back. And I think Ten Hag, you know, the media's mentioned it, everyone's mentioned it. What he's had to deal with since coming in has been a lot. Like no manager probably since coming to a club has to deal with that amount of stress, or you know, that amount of problems at a club, you know, going from the top to the bottom. But the way he's dealt with Sancho, I think he will kick on from here. Whether he's fit enough to start at Leeds, I don't know, but I think he should be, you know, in the front first 11 definitely.
And your thoughts on the Sancho situation? You know, coming back and getting his goal.
I'm so happy for him, honestly. I think he's gone away. He's done the right thing. I think the club have kind of managed it really well, and I'm so happy for him. Just seeing the passion in his celebration, you can see how much it meant to him. He stayed behind as well afterwards, you know, clapping the fans all the way around. There is a real player in there, and I think this club and this team and the aura around the club at the moment, it's the right place for him, and I think he'll do well for us 100%.
You mentioned, just to finish off, you mentioned bittersweet, but one of the sweets, again, Marcus Rashford scores again. And you know what? That header, you know, there's somewhat. How many times have we said about Marcus maybe not being able to be an actual striker? That was as much as a striker's header as you're going to get. Rose up well, neck muscles, bang, right in the corner. You know, great header, great goal. And he just continues this. Can you even call it a purple patch anymore? I think it's more than that. It just continues this fantastic season that he's on.
I do. I love the boy. But you could tell, like, I mean, obviously he started on the right today. He kind of didn't really get in the game as much as he wanted to, but he was still trying to make an impact. And as soon as he went central, you could tell he doesn't give up. You know, he's always there. He wants to contribute. And seeing how low he was last year and to where he is now, it's just a testament to him, and long may it continue.
Thanks for talking to us, bro. Appreciate that, man. Nice one. Appreciate that.